Well, hello there. It's been a minute, but I'm still here. Where does the time go? Since 2020, it seems like things have been in a constant state of change. I'm sure as you look back over the last 3 years, you'll notice some significant changes in your own life. Maybe some are obvious, while others can't really be seen from the outside. There have been a lot of changes for me too, mostly on the inside, where you wouldn't necessarily notice them at first glance. Most pertain to state of mind, and they have made a big difference in my life. I wanted to share with you some of the realizations that have made the biggest impact. The first thing, I realized that I have to speak for myself. My mama always told me this, but I finally got it. And I mean got it like a light came on in a very dark attic. Our souls are experiencing a human experience. The body is the temple for the years we have to be alive here on earth. Since we have bodies with a mouth and a voice to speak with, it is our responsibility to say what it is our souls desire, to ask for what our souls need, and to share what our soul is feeling. Now, this may be obvious to you, but for whatever reason, it just clicked for me one day. When it did, it hit me upside the head and nearly knocked me over. Oh, no one can speak for her but me. This ties into the second thing. I realized that every human being experiences life in a different way. People's experience is dependent on what has happened to them in the past and the stories made up about those experiences. I realized my stories include things like, I'm not heard. Relationships always have to be a sacrifice. I can't say what's important to me because I'll hurt the people I love. I have to work hard to prove I'm smart. Otherwise, I'll be known as the girl who can't read. All of these stories came about because of events that occurred in the past. The last one goes way back to my first days of school. I struggled with reading because, well, come to find out 30 years later, I'm dyslexic. Now, of course, I can read, but when I was 7, 8, 10 years old, not being able to read shaped my identity. That 10-year-old girl had to keep working hard to prove herself in the world as an adult. When I realized I lived according to the fables of the past, I also realized that others live according to their own stories. Interlude. I'd like to interrupt here and point out that everyone has stories. These stories dictate and control the way that we perceive life, even if we're unaware of them in the moment. We all have stories. Yes, even you. If the majority of people act and react to life based on what's happened to them in their past, then their reaction to something I say or do or ask for is actually independent of what's occurring for me. Knowing this has helped me be more okay expressing myself, asking for what I need and want, and sharing my feelings because, I'm not responsible for other people's emotions. I'm only responsible for my own. This epiphany boosted my confidence to ask for the things that I wanted. As a result, I got a $10,000 a year pay raise and my dream car for the price I wanted. I also got stronger communication with the people I love and a huge sense of peace. So, I want to ask you, what stories hold you back? What do you need to say that isn't being said? What is it that you want that you aren't asking for? What do you want to do that you aren't doing because of some reason? Reasons, by the way, are just stories. And how are those New Year's resolutions going for you? Are your stories getting in the way of you making a positive life change? Speaking of New Year's resolutions, mine is to live life as if it were a fun game that can't be failed or lost. I told myself, just get on the court and start shooting those three-pointers, girl. We'll see what happens in 2023. If your New Year's resolutions have anything to do with improving your health and making positive lifestyle changes for more peace and vitality, remember I'm here to help. I'm a board-certified holistic nutritional consultant and a certified wellness coach. If you want to explore ways to fundamentally improve your health, and maybe you need a little or even a lot of accountability, let's get in touch. I'd love to support you. For me, working with people to make a difference in their lives is one of the most fulfilling elements of being alive. So, contact me. Let's set up a 20-minute conversation and we can find out maybe how to work together. Peace and be well.